So when we left off last time, they were urging us to return to a garden. So there might be a cutscene waiting for us? So let's do that. Oh. Or not. Okay. Celeste? How are you? It's gradual, but the Lord of Phantasma's power is growing ever greater the more time passes. Please, hurry. Oh, okay, that's new. The majority of my power is dedicated to the preservation of this garden. But at this rate, please, hurry. So maybe everybody else also has new dialogue? Oh, it's Richard. Staring out into space, contemplating his purpose. Colonel, are you practicing your draw techniques? Oh, no. It's just that surrounded by so many skilled warriors, I can't help but be reminded of just how feeble my own swordsmanship is. Aww. I'm unable to perfect it and reach the heights others have, but I'm unable to turn my back on it either. Still, I feel as though by coming here and honing my senses, I may be able to see something new. Oh. That was an interesting reaction from Kevin. My swordsmanship is a feeble, half-hearted thing. Still, I feel as though by coming here and honing my senses, I may be able to see something new. I couldn't tell you why I feel that way. There's just something calming about doing this. It is very pretty. The cosmos, right there at your fingertips, right? It's okay, Richard. We think your swordsmanship is amazing. I mean, it definitely kicked our butts. Looks like Olivier did not succeed in getting Julia to join him. Julia, Kilika. Liberl really does have a frightful number of dangerous women living there. And for every docile and doe-eyed young lady I meet, their, bodyguard certainly makes up for it. I wouldn't be provoking Agate too much if I was you. Oh, was he talking about Tita? Still, if Phantasma is able to recreate people who are in Calvard too, we might find ourselves against someone truly fearsome sooner or later. Like Cassius. Cassius is gonna be a stealth trial. For sure. We can feel it. From what I know, Kilika went back to Calvard not long before Grandpa left Zeiss on vacation. Really? Russell doesn't seem like the type to take a vacation. Honestly. She just showed up at our house one day to tell us she was off, and that was that. Sounds about right. Yeah, that does sound like Kilika. No long goodbyes for her. Oh, speaking of Zeiss, I hope Mr. Murdoch is doing okay. And I hope Mom isn't causing more trouble for him. Especially now that he won't have Kilika to help him. I hope he hasn't worried himself sick or something. You would think that he would have less of a headache with one Russell gone, right? I swear, Kilika's something else. Well, whatever. I guess I'll help out with some of the guild's workload in Zeiss when I get back. She did seem kinda attached to the place and all. Aww. Wait, Erica Russell's probably still gonna be there, isn't she? ... Darn it. Maybe he won't be helping out after all. Nobody back here, right? Is there ever anybody back here? Why did I have to end up somewhere so weird anyway? ... What's even gonna happen to us? Aw. Poor Josette. she's probably worried that she's gonna have to fight her brothers, right? In her trial, if she gets a trial. I tried asking Celeste a few questions regarding the Liber Arc, but she doesn't possess most of the real Celeste's memories regarding the city. I can only assume she was given the bare minimum of information regarding it and nothing more. From what I can tell, Celeste was only given the bare minimum of information and nothing more. I suppose that makes sense when you consider how anything she knew may have ended up being leaked to the Ariel. Makes sense? I decided to ask Celeste about this library a short while ago. She says this world is capable of absorbing information spaces into itself. The books we see come from the knowledge accumulated within, being drawn out through our thoughts and existence. So, the books here were recreated based on people's memories of books they've read? Is that what this is? Well, those books must have some gaps in it then. Unless it only takes from, like, people with photographic memories. That was what she told me, at least. Uh-huh. Kevin. His reaction is so funny. Perhaps the doors scattered throughout Phantasma appeared as a result of the same mechanism. The books in this library are the result of information spaces being made manifest by our thoughts and existence. I can only assume this area was one of the things left as is when the Lord of Phantasma remade this world into its current form. Not buying that explanation though. Does not make sense to us. Estelle, why are you standing on the plaque? That's so rude. I'm feeling kinda hungry, so I came over here to get something to eat. What are you looking at me like that for? Exercise makes you hungry. It's a fact of life. We didn't say anything. I'm feeling kinda thirsty too. Maybe I could go for some ice cream or something. Is ice cream considered a drink? I'd heard Kilika was able to make her way through one of the shadow towers alone, so she is clearly a force to be reckoned with. I wish I had been able to meet her while she was still in Liberl, to be honest. Regardless, at least now we are halfway through this plane. Perhaps now would be a good time to make sure everyone is well trained and battle ready. Clearly, Julia thinks we are not up to level yet. The Lord of Phantasma appears to have some rather capable warriors under his command. If that's the strength of the second Guardian, I dread to think how powerful the rest will be. This is going to be quite the challenge. The Lord of Phantasma really seems to have some capable warriors under his command. Come to think of it, that Schwarzritter said that he's one of the Guardians too, yes? Apparently. Ooh, is this what Reese was reading earlier? There are some challenging looking books on the bookshelf. Wait, that's it? Oh, okay. 100 Days War, Ruan Economics, Septium Optic Annals. Interesting. Oh, nope, no thank you. Save that for some light reading in our free time. Oh, here comes the lecture. I was reluctant to comment at first, but now I feel obliged to do so. Do you not find such remarks a little imprudent? Imprudent? It's clear from all they've done so far that the Lord of Phantasma is our enemy. Furthermore, while the Guardians we are fighting may not be the individuals themselves, their personalities are still being violated. In light of that, I hardly find it appropriate to be talking about all of this, like it's some sort of game orchestrated for your entertainment. Well, it was definitely, orchestrated for somebody's entertainment. Just not ours. Reese. What's got you so mad all of a sudden? I'm not. However, I was under the distinct impression that we were all in agreement on one thing. The Lord of Phantasma was our enemy. So I will not stand by and listen to them being, of all things, praised. Really now? Come to think of it, every time we've encountered them, they've always made a point of taunting you and Kevin, haven't they? That wouldn't have anything to do with why you're angry, would it? Ooh, I bet it does. The Lord of Phantasma seems to have a peculiar fascination with Kevin, and yet you just can't work out why. That's why you're getting so worked up, isn't it? ... This isn't a game, Ren. You might be a genius, but that doesn't mean everything in life will go the way you want it to, and to assume otherwise is sheer arrogance. Okay, that's enough. Let's stop this before it gets nasty. Ren, bringing up things that clearly bother people and teasing them with them isn't a very nice thing to do. As for you, Reese, she might be smarter than other girls her age, but that doesn't change the fact that Ren is still an ordinary 12-year-old girl. Excuse me? Ren's not ordinary. I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Well, let me put it this way. She's smart and she's strong, we both know that. But do those two things really make her that much different from other girls her age? Or make it so that she can't act like they do? Because I think you'd find plenty of 12-year-olds out there who are a little selfish and cheeky or like to cause trouble. That's pretty normal. She's not wrong. Plus, she's got tons of good points too, like how she's always considerate towards others when the situation calls for it. See, she's just like your average girl who goes to Sunday school, right? Just a little brighter and a little stronger. You think so? It just doesn't seem fair to me to hold her to a totally different standard than everyone else her age, because you see her as somehow different. That's not to say don't tell her off if she's been bad, because you do that to kids too. It's more you're being unusually hard on her. Aww. I suppose you may be right. You have my apologies, Ren. Really? I wasn't expecting an apology from you. Although, your face says you still got a lot you want to say to me. Naturally. After all, admonishing unreasonable children is the duty of their elders, however special or not special they may be. Yep, like I said, I'm not gonna disagree on that point. As long as we're all here, we're basically her guardians and stuff. Oh please, you can say what you like. But by the way, Estelle, you said I was just like your average girl who goes to Sunday school, right? Sure did. Am I wrong? You can think whatever you like about me. I don't care. But I do want to make one correction. I wouldn't be attending school as a student. I'd be teaching there. I've got 3 doctorates after all. Wow. You what? What? One's in chemistry, one's in mathematics, and the third is in information theory. I even publish regular papers in those fields. I do it through someone else, because I don't want the hassle of someone finding out who I am, though. Right. Disciplining her appears as if it will be an even more difficult task than I'd anticipated. I mean, Ren is very smart. Don't go underestimating me if you wouldn't mind. And don't forget, you've got no chance of getting out of this world unless I'm with you to help. Okay, so that's everybody here, right? Let's see if Ren has anything to say to anybody else. Reese? Estelle. And Joshua. We won't. We're counting on you, Ren. Aww. Okay. Joshua and Tita and Chloe, right? Okie doke. How about Richard?
Understood.
All right. Let's see if Chloe has anything to say to Julia. Oh, we found Zen. Oh boy. I have a horrible feeling I'm gonna get a real earful from Kilika when I get out of here. I hope I'm wrong. Kilika's not a great loser, take it from me. I see a whole lot of yelling in my future next time I see her. Aw, poor Zen. Estelle? Oh, do you have anything to say to Joshua? Was Estelle with us? No, she wasn't. Actually, let's keep Richard on here. And
let's move out.
I wish those two could get along. I want to do something to help on that front, but I'm not sure what I can do. Oh, I'm sure you could if you put your mind to it, Estelle. Alright. What if we trade Chloe for Reese? Ooh, or Shara. And Joshua for Shara.
Ready?
Aww. Is this Sieg? Did he make a nest for himself? Wait, what? Oh, she's lying down. She's taking a nap. Okay, we thought like maybe it was Sieg and he'd built a nest for himself at the bottom of the tree. Which, where is Sieg anyway? We haven't seen him since like he came into this world, since he was released from the stone. Wait for me! She really can't sleep anywhere, can't she? Aww. I got you! Now I can go to the plushie kingdom too! Okay. That's hilarious.
Okay.
Estelle? And Joshua? And maybe Tita.
Okay.
Annalise? She's fast asleep. Olivier?
Leave it to me.
Agate? And Zin? I wonder what she's chasing in that bizarre dream of hers. Interesting. It's interesting that, like, Kevin gets new dialogue. Depending on who else is in the team. Richard? We're surprised Olivier didn't have a comment to make. All things considered.
Leave it to Ren.
Did we already do Tita? We don't even remember. We're gonna do her again. Alright. We did Chloe and Julia, but we haven't done Olivier and Mueller. And we haven't done Olivia and Julia, right? Alright, I think we've checked everybody we could with that particular group. Would Celeste have anything to say to Chloe?
Right.
Answer's no. Took place. Actually, let's keep Chloe. She and Josette seem to have built some rapport.
Let's move out.
Okay, nothing new there. Okay, we want Chloe, Joshua. We want Estelle. And then Josette, maybe? And Julia? Okay. What about
Understood.
Richard
This ought to
and
perk
Shara?
you up.
Kevin has no idea what's going on. Have we spoken to Shara yet? I feel like we haven't. We have Richard with us, but maybe we can see if Richard has anything to say to Chloe or Julia. And probably just them, right? You training or something, Colonel? Oh, no. Sure, sure. Okay, interesting. Maybe we want Estelle?
Okay.
Agate and Tita.
All right.
Maybe Zin? And Ren?
Leave it to Ren.
We don't know. We don't know. Mm-hmm. That sounds just like her, all right? Yeah, doesn't it? Oh! Uh-oh. Olivia and Shara are back at it again. There's no point in getting all panicky now. Not after we've come this far. Whoever we end up facing will find a way to win. The rest of the Guardians we face are likely to be even stronger than the two we've already defeated. So don't go skipping on preparations, you hear me? We're kind of over that. Not gonna lie. Shara's absolutely right here. The best approach here is to keep calm and take obstacles as they come. Shara also thinks we are under-leveled. But what can you do? Let's see.
Do it.
Mueller? And Julia? We already had Zen, right? Do we have Estelle or Joshua? Genuinely don't remember, which is so sad. But we shall try it anyway. Think that was... Oh, Reese! We found Reese. Not that we were looking. You know something, Estelle. You really are too soft for your own good. Why is she so attached to Rin to begin with? They should be enemies. Aww. Wonder if Reese has anything to say to anybody else. Like Ren herself, perhaps? Olivier? Probably it, right? See if Tita has anything to say. Estelle really is too soft for her own good. That's it? So, we've spoken to everybody. We've tried all of the combos. So now we would want to... Oh, okay. So the Looking Glass, the second monument, takes up like half of the fast travel locations. So these must just be for the last two monuments. We thought everybody would get their own sort of trial, but apparently not. And it's not even the main team that gets the trials, because Annalise, much as we love her, she is not one of the main players. Oh geez, did they always do that? Did they always used to follow you around? Oh no, we know what happened. We know what happened. These guys can see us now. They still can't really move, but they can see us because we don't have, okay, we're gonna go back to the garden. And we're gonna put somebody on who has haze. Okay, hopefully that should solve our problem. We'll just put Josette on here. Yeah, they can't see us anymore, and they're not following us around. Cool, cool. We have no idea where the Carnelia Tower is. Or, not the tower, the monument. So... we shall wander until we find it. Which is really all we can do. And just hope we don't get too lost. Okay, we just squeaked by. Okay, that's the Amberl. Oh. Where did we come from? We came from over here. Okay, so we want to go down. It's around here somewhere. Aha. The face of the monument is glowing, and words are visible upon its surface. The Lord of Phantasma does decree. Here lies the impregnable fortress. Place your hand on this monument, the Divine Blade's successor among your number. Is that Estelle? Because she's Cassius's daughter? Or is that Richard because he was his disciple? Because we did get that cutscene, and he was very contemplative. Great. Don't have a clue what impregnable fortress could be referring to, but I think we all know who we're gonna need to have with us this time. Richard? Aha! My mirror's on Richard. Well, if you're certain. In that case, shall we return to a garden and ask him to come with us? With him, we'll have a regular onion and a spring onion in the same party. What? Kevin's the spring onion, for sure, right? Because of his outfit and hair? But why is Richard a regular onion? Aw. And what did I do to you to deserve that cruel observation on my awesome hair? I don't even style my hair like this on purpose, you know. It just foops up this way naturally. He's not lying either. Oh, really? I wonder if the same can be said of the Colonel. Interesting. Okay. The impregnable fortress. It's gotta be the Glorious, right? In order to pass through the Carnelia Gate, you will need the Divine Blade successor. Richard, right? Indeed. I believe him to be over on the plateau. Please, go and speak with him. Alright. Let's see if he has anything new to say to us. Oh, can I help you with anything? Well... Kevin explained to Richard that they thought he was the person the Carnelia Monument's inscription was asking for. Me? The Divine Blade successor. I mean, I guess we can kind of see the onion comparison. Right? But... I suppose there's no point in debating if I'm fit to be called the successor. No one else seems to match the description after all. I'd be happy to accompany you when you return to that monument. Thanks! Aww. Richard. I hardly think myself fit to be called the Divine Blade successor. Then again, I suppose that isn't really the issue here. When you intend to return to that monument, call on me. I'll accompany you. We appreciate the help. We do. Okay. So, seems like a good place to stop. We shall tackle what we believe is the Glorious next time. Maybe we should have Joshua on the team. He did, after all, manage to infiltrate it on his own once before. Oh, but Ren was the one who lived on it. She could totally help us hijack the operating system. So many choices, so few slots.